Hello students, and today we will be discussing twin pregnancy different case scenarios as a mock preparation for your case presentation in your final exams, that is your practical exams. So I'll be discussing almost 3 case scenarios which can be given to you in OSCE question type questions, and which can also be asked to you in your as a major case in obstetrics. So as far as history taking is concerned and examination is concerned, see, that's another lengthy chapter which I've already included in the basics. So all of you who are not well acquainted with taking the history, or who are not very well acquainted with examination, it is going to be almost the same, with the same prerequisites, same thing. I mean, you can refer to the the history taking and the examination section. Today we'll be discussing, because it's huge, regarding the twin pregnancy, and I'll be dividing it into case 1, case 2, case 3. Mind you that these 3 cases are on 3 separate case scenarios. That means, one, I'll be discussing monochorionic pregnancy, one, I'll be discussing a normal dichorionic. That means one is low risk, one is average risk, and one is high risk case. So let's begin without wasting any further time. So first of all, just for your sake, it's very essential for you right now to just brush up your knowledge on twin pregnancies. All of you who have not seen my lectures on twin pregnancy, I would recommend you to go and at least watch the basic part which I've taken, in which I've discussed about zygosity and chorionicity, and the other part in which I've discussed TTTS syndrome, because I will not be covering it over here. I have my notes separately given for small for gestational age, that means selective fetal growth restriction, and for um, this sequence of trap. So please go and refer to that particular note, so that you are well versed with it when I'm discussing it right now. Just a brief outline about the chorionicity and zygosity, and a little bit more about the initial part of twins. That means how the twin pregnancy usually take place. When do we have monochorionic, when do we have dichorionic, stuff like that. So definitely, as we know, the incidence is increasing of the twin pregnancy, and that is basically because of the lifestyle modifications. Now people are getting married late, they're having kids late, so definitely paternal maternal age is increasing. Apart from that, because of the increasing age, infertility increases. Infertility comes with its own nightmarish problems of infertility drugs to cure it, and then finally they lead to multiple pregnancy. But that's not the problem starts from there. So a little bit I have, this is my handmade diagram about multifetal gestation. So it's basically, it's as simple as that in a nutshell. If 2 ova are fertilized by 2 sperms, it leads to a dizygotic twin pregnancy. And if one, ova fertilized by 1 sperm splits, that causes monozygotic twins. Now, the days at which it split, like I told you before, always remember the table of 3. 3, 9, 12, 15. 3, 9, 12, 15. So 0 to 3, it'll, it's split early. So in that case, it's very, it's kind of a good pregnancy, good twin pregnancy. Dichorionic, diamniotic pregnancy. And if it splits at between 3 and 9, now that's huge gap, 3 or 9 at any point in time, monochorionic, diamniotic. I'm not very happy with this kind of pregnancy. Nobody is. But even more dangerous is when it splits after 9 days. That means 9 to 12 days, and that gives you monochorionic, monoamniotic, very dangerous. And then comes conjoined twins, which comes after 12 to 15 days. So this was just in a nutshell. Now a little bit about how do you determine chorionicity, because that can be asked at any point in time. See, when I'm even if without the case, if you even start speaking about twin pregnancy, so the first question that examiner is going to ask, oh, she's a twin pregnancy, how did you know in the first place? Did you have the ultrasound plate with you? How did you know? Did she tell you that she has multiple? How did you know that she was a twin pregnancy? Over, the, even if you say, sir, the fundal height is more than the gestational age, so maybe the gestational age is wrong, you've not calculated it properly. How do you know it's a twin pregnancy? And above all, many patients, many times patients will be providing you with the investigations, or they themselves know about the investigation. So they say, okay, I have some intelligent patients, monochorionic diamniotic pregnancy. So how do you know that? So in that case, you have the the ultrasound. Which trimester ultrasound gives you the maximum what do I say, accuracy for twin pregnancy? So here it is. Accuracy is highest in first trimester. So you, if it's not known in the first trimester, it's very difficult to make it certain in the second or third trimester that it is monochorionic or it is dichorionic, until unless the placentas are separate, absolutely separate at different poles. So error increases by 10% every week delay, with every week delay. Two placentas, it could be dichorionic, diamniotic. All see, two placentas अलग अलग दिख रहे हैं. If you can see them totally different, it is definitely dichorionic, diamniotic. But if there, sometimes what happens is, even in dichorionic, diamniotic pregnancy, the placenta looks like one single continuation because it's not into two separate poles. It's camouflaged one beside the other. So it's very difficult to say if it is a dichorionic or monochorionic. So in this case, how will you find out? So there is something called as the lambda sign or a twin peak sign or a delta sign. This is basically more to do with the the ultrasonologist than to do with you. So for you should at least know these terms, like I said in my lecture also. Lambda sign, twin peak sign, delta sign, inverted T sign will tell you whether it is a dichorionic or a monochorionic pregnancy.